Space Pirate Trainer is a first-person shooter for the HTC Vive. It's a room-scale game, and the larger room size you have, the better this game will feel. You aim your guns with the two motion controllers that come with the HTC Vive. It is a wave-style shooter where the enemies keep coming in greater and greater quantities. This game is still currently in early access with lots of features on the way. This game is currently priced at $14.99 on the Steam store. The graphics in this game are some of the best I've seen in the Vive games I've played thus far. That being said, graphics at this stage in VR don't mean all that much. Example, the zombie simulator shootout. You're shooting zombie cutouts, and it's still an incredibly satisfying game. This game does only have one area that it has to render graphics for, so therefore I give the graphics of this game a 7 out of 10. Gameplay is where this game focuses its attention. No, this game isn't packed with multiple types of enemies, upgrades, bosses, or any of those features, but what it does give you is a challenging arcade-type shooter that will keep you playing for hours trying to beat your last score and get further. There are 5 gun types. The single shot, which does higher damage than the 3-round burst or the automatic, but you have to pull the trigger each time you fire, so it has a much slower fire rate. This gun also comes with a laser sight, which can help you aim your shots for maximum combos. The 3-round burst gun does slightly less damage per bullet than the single shot, but you get 3 bullets per fire, so you get much more shots per second. The machine gun does less damage than the single shot and the 3-round burst, but you get the luxury of having it constantly firing, which can help whenever you're being bombarded with enemies that are about to start shooting. The charge gun has the potential to one-hit all enemies in this game thus far. The downside is that it has to charge in between each shot. The longer you charge it, the more powerful the shot. This gun can dominate if you're incredibly accurate, but it can get you killed really quickly if you're not. The laser gun is, well, you shoot a laser. The laser is fairly low power, but it is a constant beam. If you use a laser from both guns and shoot them together, you get a larger, more powerful laser to really mow down the enemies. The downside to this gun is whenever it needs to reload, it takes a while to be able to shoot again. In addition to having the 2 guns with 5 fire modes, you have a shield located on your back that you can grab with either your left or right hand, or both if you want 2 shields. The gameplay can get repetitive after a while, with only 1 game mode and only 2 types of enemies, but at least for me, the challenge of the game outweighs that. I'm a competitive person, so I want to keep beating mine and my friends' previous scores. All things considered, I give the gameplay an 8 out of 10, because it is so fun and so satisfying. This is currently the game that I share with my friends the first time they try the Vive. It's simple and easy pickup, yet challenging and fun at the same time. The sound in this game is quite enjoyable for the most part. The soundtracks that play are catchy and upbeat to go with the game, but there are a limited number of tracks, so if you've been playing for a while, it gets rather dull rather quickly. The gun sounds are enjoyable, with each adding to the fire mode that you are using. The enemies flying overhead can be heard as they fly around you, and even better yet, you can hear which way their enemy bullets will be coming from as they charge up their shot. This is helpful for whenever one of those pesky enemies sneaks behind you. You're able to quickly turn and kill him or dodge the bullets, and it makes you feel absolutely incredible. All things considered, I give the sound 7 out of 10 because of the repetition of the music tracks. For length of the game, I'm going to give it an NA because there's no single player that it's going to take X amount of time to get through all the content. Technically, if you want to be downright technical, the length of this game is all of maybe 5 minutes. The replay value for this game isn't bad. It's a game that you can pick up and play for 15 to 20 minutes at a time, whenever you have a little spare time but not enough to really dive into the story-driven game. It's fun to push and challenge yourself to try to beat your high score, or get to a further way. But at the same time, there's only 1 game mode and 2 enemy types, so not everyone is going to want to play the game just to try and beat their old score. That only goes so far. Therefore, I give the game a replay value of 6 out of 10. My overall rating for this game is 7 out of 10, but keep in mind that this game is still in early development, and the developers have mentioned that they will be adding boss fights, more enemies, gun types, and the possibility of co-op, which, let's be honest, that would be insane. Even as it stands in its current state, I would recommend picking it up for the $15 price tag. It's a simple yet challenging game that can be picked up and put down easily. Just with playing the game with the 5 fire modes currently available and trying to work on accuracy as you try to top your high score, an average person would probably play this game 2 to 3 hours. And a competitive person could be hooked on this game much longer. Oh shit. Woo!
Up. Is that it? No, I got one more. Come on! Damn! Oh, dude, I'm... Nope. Oh, there it is. There's that last shot. Oh.